All right, on to our next session. I have the privilege of having Ms. Pratibha Jain to address the next keynote session. She's the head of strategy and group general counsel. Pratibha ji, if I could just call upon you to come on stage and start your session. Thank you very much, and a round of applause, please.
Okay, important disclaimer, guys. I am not AI generated, and I am speaking on this planet. I don't know what I'm doing in the other multiverse, but this is the only planet that I know that I exist on today. And till I figure out a way to transport myself to the other multiverses that Brian talked about, I have to solve on how to breathe on this planet, how to drink water in this planet, and how to ensure that we leave a planet that is livable for our future generation. The organizers don't seem to like me much, making me speak after Brian and Nasser, but I'll try my best. They talked about very interesting topics that make our life interesting. But what I'm going to talk about is absolute necessity. And the future of green energy is not a topic. Future of green energy is about the future of all of us, the future of Earth. And for maintaining the future of Earth, there is no problem solution without ensuring that we solve it for India. There is no future for planet unless we ensure that India continues on the path of green energy and attains its target of net zero by 2070. But what makes this problem very unique in India? We have threefold problems that are very unique. One, the population of India, 1.4 billion, out of which a significant population is very, very young, makes it very different from, and its needs and the solutions need to be very, very different from what the rest of the world is doing. Second, we in India look at frugal. We are very innovative, but we are also very frugal. If you know, the cost of sending Indians to the Indian program for the moon was cheaper than the movie Interstellar. And that's how India looks at any innovation. And the way for India to solve for these problems needs to be something that only an Indian solution can provide. I, in my professional capacity, work with Everstone, which manages the largest climate impact fund in the country, in fact, in the region. And we were able to fundraise because of Government of India and the UK government that provided us the initial sponsorship of $150 million each, basis which we raised $1 billion. Why do I mention this? Based on just the 150 million, which also actually the Government of India funded through the National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, which further had foreign investment raised through the Government of India money, which meant that the Government of India money was only $75 million. So it's a very unique way of providing climate financing that India has been able to develop, where with $75 million of Indian money, we were able to fundraise billions of dollars to provide climate financing solutions, and based on which we've been able to create greenfield platforms. We have today run the largest fleet of electric vehicles in the country, both buses and cars. We have a waste-to-energy program that actually picks up the waste for all the Delhiites here in South Delhi. And we have a renewable energy platform and are actually also able to provide microfinance to green entrepreneurs. And that, I think, is the base of how we need to move forward, not just India, but globally. The global world needs to recognize that we need to now take this to the next step. Just providing a little bit of financing is not going to solve the problem. India needs $10 trillion to achieve its net zero goals. And without the global north coming together with the global south to provide solutions as the next step, there is no real solution that this world can achieve today. For us to have been able to raise billions of dollars, now we need to move to trillions of dollars. But just the financing is not enough. I don't know how many of you know about the TISA 3 project, but it was one of the biggest private projects in India. 1,200 megawatt capacity in the state of Sikkim, a border state. It was going to make the state, energy positive and cash positive. However, there was a cloudburst in 2003, and the whole project was awashed. Millions and millions of dollars lost. And the impact on the state, of course, is huge. Now, there was no climate insurance available. And even today, I don't know of a climate insurance product available for such a project. Similarly, in most of our projects, we face issues of guarantees. There are very limited guarantees available for these projects because they're so innovative. Everything that we are doing is new technologies and not proven technologies, and hence, getting standard guarantees that other companies and other commercial projects get, we don't get. Providing hybrid financing because we don't always make money. These are, again, new technologies, new areas of growth, and so sometimes you hit it right, sometimes you don't, and concessional capital really makes all the difference. So we need to think of ways where the global north comes together with global south to provide solutions which are beyond just financing. We need financing, we need guarantees, we need climate insurance, and there are going to be, as we move forward and as technology grows, the challenges are only going to grow. And unless we create that framework where the world comes together and doesn't make this only the problem for global south, I think we are facing a very uphill task. In terms of future of green energy, as I mentioned, it's the future of the world, but also I think the way I heard the previous speakers talk about, where technology is taking us, for green energy, I see a future just like internet where we have ample of it and it's free. And with the way India's taken internet penetration to the next level, imagine if you can take free energy to Indian households and actually provide them the means to then have clean water. You can have desalinization projects. The amount of things you can do when you have free energy in the hands of every Indian is unimaginable. But the fact that we can create this free energy, to me, is not that distant a future. We just need to provide the technologies, and for that, we need to come together and find the solutions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful session. Well, it's that time of the day where we're going to take a very short breather.